In this video, I will show you the easiest and best way to farm for money in Blox Fruits. This method not only is extremely broken when it comes to farming for money, but you can also very easily AFK it, which I will demonstrate later in this video. Now, if you're in the third sea, I made a video earlier this week that's absolutely insane. The method that I showed is the best method for money, XP, and fragments I've ever seen, and I'll link that video in the description of this video. Now, the first thing you guys should do for this method is go to your items and then your wardrobe and try to find an item. For me, I'm using the swan glasses. Try to find an item that gives you more damage and less cooldown for your abilities and all that stuff. If you can find one that gives you more damage and less cooldown, it will make this exponentially faster to farm for money. Now, the next thing you guys are going to do is, unfortunately, you do end up needing a quake fruit for this method, but they're really not that hard to get. They come in the shop very often. Now, if you don't actually have a quake fruit right now, they're not only very easy to get from the shop, they're not that hard to roll, and also you can trade for it pretty easily, as they're only worth $1 million in game currency. But once you actually do get your quake fruit, just make sure you go ahead and eat it, obviously. Once you eat it, you're going to have to make your way over to the cursed ship, which I conveniently set as my home point for this video, just to make things more easy. And the next thing you guys should do is go ahead to your stats, and if you don't already have max Blox Fruit in your stats, then I would recommend you refund your stats and then redo your stats so you do have max Blox Fruits. Because for this, you're going to be solely using the quake fruit to do the entire method. Okay, so once you guys are actually here, just pull out your quake fruit, and this is actually so simple, it's insane. Just to earn so much money, you only have to do this thing, which is go right here, around this spot in the carpet. You don't have to be exactly where I am, obviously, but if you want to, you can also use your hotkey so you can see better, but you really don't have to use it, if we're being honest. So, once you are here in this position, pull out your quake fruit, and then press your V move, which is 150 mastery. It shouldn't be too hard to get. If you're not at 150 mastery for it yet, I'd recommend just going around and getting enemies low with whatever other item you have, whether that's your fist or your sword or your gun or whatever it is, and then just finish them off with Quake. It's really not that hard to get this mastery.
Okay.
So once you have your mastery, just go to this spot in the carpet, like I said, press V, it's gonna bring out a tsunami over here, and it's gonna actually hit every single NPC all around this entire area here, which is absolutely insane considering they each give you $2,000 for 2 times XP and 1,000 if you don't have 2 times XP. But obviously you can see it hit literally every NPC in this entire ship. That is absolutely insane. Now you guys can actually AFK this method, and all you need is just one thing, and you have to download this app called Tiny Task, which you guys probably for the most part all have it, but if you don't, it's really not that hard to get. If you want to just look up a video on how to download it, you can, but you could probably do it on your own without a video. Once you guys have Tiny Task open, I'm just going to show you real quick how you can actually set up this macro so you can just AFK it overnight or whenever you're not at your computer. So just use whatever your record hotkey is. For me, it's F12, and just start spamming V for maybe 5 seconds once you press record, and then you can actually just stop recording just like that, and then you'll easily be able to just play that back on, make sure again, continuous playback. Just make sure you have that on, and you can put on always on top, which I highly recommend. Just it makes it easier all in all, so I would do that too. You can have this in the background. Just press your playback hotkey, which I have it as F8 on my keyboard, and it instantly used my move, as you can see right there, and I can just keep doing this over and over again, and look, I'm just getting money piling in. And the best thing about this method is that you don't only get money. You're also going to get this currency in this game, which is called ectoplasm, which is right here. It's this stuff. You're going to get a lot of that doing this method, and you can actually use that for various things, such as getting your goal race. You can get Midnight Blade, which is a sword. You can get a skull guitar, which is one of the best weapons in the game for PvP. You're also able to purchase upgrades for your swords and guns, and you also obviously get things like titles, and you can maybe get like a gun from just killing these guys. It's a rare chance. And that just goes to show how absolutely insanely overpowered this method is. Now, if you guys have any other guides you would like me to make a video on, just let me know down in the comment section below, and I'll make sure to get back to you guys. And if this video gets to 100 likes, I'll be shouting out one random person in the comment section that comments in quotes Quake, as well as anything else you'd like to comment with that as well. But with that being said, that's actually going to be the end of this video, so thank you guys for watching. Bye.